Of all the great myths surrounding the United States Constitution, perhaps the greatest is that the delegated enumerated powers granted to Congress are a safeguard of liberty. The enumerated powers in the U.S. Constitution were more than enough to lay American liberty in the dust. Patrick Henry's last speech on the final day of the Virginia Constitutional Convention was short and to the point. On the last day, Patrick Henry tells the delegates what he had stressed repeatedly for 3 weeks. The delegated powers in the proposed United States Constitution would strip them of their hard-won liberties. The states gave up everything but their political underwear. The power of the purse and the power of the sword were the two most important delegated powers relinquished to Congress by the Constitutional Convention. The two most potent enumerated powers of Article I were about to be transferred from the states to a consolidated central government by the Founding Fathers. To Patrick Henry, this was the death knell of states' rights and the security of the people. On June 9, 1788, he expanded on the dangers of the U.S. Constitution as proposed by the Founding Fathers. At the same time, the proposed United States Constitution offered no advantages over the Confederacy. The dangers overlooked by the Constitutional Convention include checks and balances in name only, direct taxation on individuals replacing requisition of the states, removal of defense to the national level, and the supremacy of national laws. I look on that paper as the most fatal plan that could possibly be conceived to enslave a free people, he concludes. If such be your rage for novelty, take it. He warned that Congress, quote, may keep armies continually on foot. This unlimited authority is a most dangerous power. Its principles are despotic, end quote. The power to call forth the militia to quell insurrection is likewise granted to Congress, thereby neutering the states, as the Civil War proved. He pointed out the inconsistency of those Founding Fathers who argued that the proposed U.S. Constitution was adequate as it stood, but granted the need for amendment later. Another of the enumerated powers granted by the Constitutional Convention that the anti-federalists condemned was the Treaty Clause. This dangerous provision made treaties with foreign powers superior to the U.S. Constitution and the state constitutions. And Patrick Henry laid bare the one great defect in his political thinking. Quote, the great and direct end of government is liberty, he declared. Secure our liberty and privileges, and the end of government is answered, end quote. On the contrary, the great end of government is the glory of God and obedience to the law of His Son, Jesus Christ. If that were secured by the United States Constitution, human liberty is a blessed consequence. If it is denied by the Founding Fathers, human liberty will perish. At historymythbusters.wordpress.com, you get the story behind the story.